The reason really I'm a member of a business organization, or rather the Business Women Association of South Africa, is because one has to serve. It's part of serving, it's part of giving back to the community of business, it's part of making sure that the things that I've experienced, I'm able to impart that knowledge and work with other people so that we can be able to improve the business environment. You know, the impact that business member organizations make is that we change laws, we change policies, we make sure that we have policies that are very conducive to building the community of business and making sure that we take away the problems that our members have. Because our members as business people, entrepreneurs and certain SMMEs and so on don't have the time or the resources to be able to go out and do these things themselves. The way I see BMOs evolving really in my country, in Africa and the world, is finding all the time an adjustment and making sure that they're always relevant. Relevance in this day and age in terms of the high levels of unemployment that we have, the high levels of making sure that we need coordination and integration of policies and laws, is that we must always be proactive. We have to be proactive. We have to be on the heartbeat of what our members are looking for. We have to make sure that we have the answers to what our members look for before they actually come to us. Because more often than not, a lot of members don't even know the resourcing they need, don't know the tools they need. Whereas by being part of the global village, BMOs and employment organizations always have the information come to them first, and then we can be able to share it with our members. So proactivity is very key in this case. When the business community work together, what I've seen is success, is teamwork. When you have teamwork, things are a lot better. When you work together, it's like being on a tandem. You know, if those people who ride bicycles, a tandem is a bicycle that takes two people at the same time. If you do the same things and you're synchronized, you are able to be successful. But if the two people on the bike are doing different things, the other one wants to go left, the other one wants to go right, you're going to fall off the bike. So it's a simple thing here as well. To achieve success, to be able to lobby, to be able to campaign, to be able to have advocacy, we need to work together and have the same messages so that the world can know what it is that business members of BMOs and employer organizations do. My business member organization is doing things all the time to reform. You know, when you talk anti-corruption, when you talk issues of ethics, when you talk issues of doing things with integrity, that is something that is always going to have to be done all the time. We have to refresh people's minds, whether it's government, in the public sector, in the private sector. We must always be running programs to do this. But specifically because I'm a member of Business Women Association, and I must add, I'm the only man on the board of these women, and I have been for the last 5 to 6 years. We are always trying to reform the environment to ensure that there's equality of treatment for women like it is for men, so that men and women are treated the same, so that we are able to be innovative and ensure that we bring diversity into teams. We are always doing this transparently with the private sector and the public sector. As I said earlier on, BMOs have to be very proactive. To be proactive, you need to be informed. To be informed, it means you must be part of a greater community. For instance, in the case of my BMO, they're a member of an EO, of an employer organization. So you have employer organizations which are the umbrella bodies in the country. My employer organization, which is BUSA in this case, Business Unity South Africa, is a member of the IOE, the International Organization of Employers. And this, the International Organization of Employers, has a network in over 155 countries. That information that comes from 155 countries is shared by all the member organizations. So my BMO sitting in South Africa has access to this information through BUSA, and then it is able to disseminate this information and share it with the member organizations and the members that they have. The advice that I would give to a new member of a board, the advice that I would give is to listen, is to be able to have the ability to always listen, because sometimes we always assume we understand all the problems that are out there. But more often than not, if you listen and you are keeping a mind open all the time to new things, you'll be able to do so much more. And by listening, you're able to give the right information at the right time and anticipate certain problems that your members have so that you remain relevant. Because the biggest challenge that business member organizations have is relevance. And relevance is a moving object. It's always moving all the time. It's like moving the goalposts because things change quickly with technology and everything. Life is always changing. Employment issues are always changing. When we talk about the future of work, for instance, the business member organizations have got to be on top of all the changes that are happening in the world in ensuring that people remain employed or entrepreneurs remain at the cutting edge of what is happening so that they're able to change their businesses and adapt and make sure that they succeed and they make sure that their members therefore are always happy at all times.